What is up, guys? Your boy Mike back here again for Mike's Money Move, guys. Today we're going to be going through a little NFT, obviously a little space at the moment. I'm going to be talking about Vault of Gems. So I'm going to be talking a little bit about my experience, a little bit about a review about them, and I'm going to give you guys my perspective, and I'll let you guys know now. So guys, to give you guys sort of an idea with the Vault of Gems, if you guys haven't seen them before, they're an NFT project that has been released just like so many other ones as well. So you might be thinking, what's going to be different about these ones, right? So let me give you guys an idea. Vault of Gems is something that's sort of been running around the space in my Discord for quite some time. How many times I haven't seen you guys have gone out and you've gotten a million different messages from people trying to invite you to different Discords. It has its pros and cons. So look, this one kept coming up to me, out of a lot of times. And at this point, they had roughly about, it came out when it was at 10,000 members, 20,000 members, and they reached about 30,000 members. And I was thinking, there might be some community, some traction over here. So I ended up obviously joining the community, trying to find out what was sort of going on there. And I wanted to sort of see what was the hype about them. So here's my experience so far. So I was joining the Discord for a little while, guys. I was waiting for the mint to come out. It had been quite an anticipation ongoing, so there was a lot of skepticism, there was a lot of things around it, and I wanted to find out exactly what was sort of going on and seeing if this project was actually worth it. The amount of times that you will see a lot of projects have a lot of hype, but don't have a big roadmap or don't have a lot of, backup plans going along with it. Sometimes they are, it can be a rug pull sometimes at some moments, and that's what I had a thought of at a couple of times, and I'll share with you guys a couple of reasons when I thought that. Guys, before I even go into any of that as well, guys, let me give you guys an idea of what it costs to do all this and to see what sort of they're all about. So Vault of Gems is basically a whole bunch of avatars that have to do with gems and basically crystals and things of that nature, so things like rubies, emeralds, diamonds, stuff like that. There are different categories in what you can actually receive. It is all randomized, so you don't know exactly what you're going to be picking out of this, just like every other NFT project. There is 12,345, or aka 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which is a very weird number in the NFT space. A lot of obviously minting projects do come out at about 10,000 or less, but this one has come up with a really weird number that didn't make a lot of sense to me in the first place as well. So again, there's a different batch of obviously gems and crystals that you can go with. They all have different values depending on which one you get. Some are a little bit rarer than the others. Again, they are randomly generated, so you don't know what you're going to get until you do mint one. Minting price, guys, when it comes out to these ones were 0.0808 ETH to purchase these, plus gas fees obviously as well, guys. So if you guys obviously did get in, then you guys would have seen everything to do with it as well, guys. So I'm going to show you guys a short little video showing you guys me minting one of these projects to show you pretty much what I went through, as always, to see how much the hype was around this project. Alright, so let me give you guys sort of an idea of how it pretty much went. So I'm going to show you guys me making this transaction on buying a Vault of the Gems NFT. So as you guys can see here, the total is obviously there showing you how many has been minted. This is just showing you a little rough idea of me actually minting the actual NFT itself. So just to give you guys an idea, I like to obviously try and wait and try and get the gas fees as low as I can if it isn't a crazy drop. But obviously if it is something that's a little bit crazy and a little bit very hyped in the sense of buying the NFT, then obviously you're gonna have to just buy and take it for whatever gas fee it is. But at this stage, like I mentioned, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 thousands worth of minted. So I didn't have too much of an issue obviously waiting for the gas fees because I didn't think it was going to be too crazy, as I've mentioned. So this is me trying to obviously get through the process. Look, as you can see, it jumps to 1,800 now. So quite a bit of people are out there trying to do it, and again, this is me refreshing it, trying to get lower gas fees and trying to pay the minimal that I can in terms of obviously collecting one of these. So if you guys know anything about minting NFTs, then you know you have to pay gas fee. So unfortunately, you can't just buy for that 0.0808 ETH price. You need to pay gas fees on top of it, which is basically burning GST by purchasing one of these NFT projects. So this is one of the things that you do need to keep in account, and you do need to have extra money in your wallet to be able to purchase any NFT anywhere in the Ethereum, if not Solana and all other altcoin marketplaces as well. It is just a requirement that you definitely need to make sure you have enough money in your wallet. So again, This is just me still trying to refresh, trying to get a lower price, and obviously going into the Discord community to see what's sort of going on. So as you guys can see, there's people in the messaging community, in the chat, basically, you know, trying to hype it up, getting ready for the mint. The community is going a little bit crazy, so definitely worthwhile having a look there, guys, to give you guys an idea. And look, refreshing the page, there has been 1900 now. So we went from 1800 to 1900 within the span of 10-20 seconds, if that, to give you guys an idea. So look, totaling about $223 so far, which is looking pretty good, to be very honest with you again, guys. But again, the expectation of obviously going through this minting process, knowing that there's 12,000 to be minted and it hasn't been sold out, and there's obviously quite a lot still out there to be minted, it obviously raised a couple flags, but it didn't concern me too much, because you know what, I did sort of like the project. It is a little bit different than every other project. It's not something obviously very similar. It's not your typical 2D cartoon type of thing that's sort of out there at the moment. So look, I'm still obviously going to try and go ahead with purchasing one of these NFTs, which I don't see a problem with, which should be okay for me on my side of things. But again, you want to buy something that you do end up liking at the end of the day, guys, or obviously something that is very unusual and that sort of stands out. So again, this is me trying to put it through, trying to mint one of these processes as well, trying to get this going to see what was sort of going on. Again, like I said, you want to get something that you do definitely like, but there was a couple red flags that did obviously pop up as well. There was no sort of announcement on like rarity tools or anything on OpenSea at the time as well, which again doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a bad project or it's not good, but it just means that it's not as out there as I would hoped of, unfortunately. So it's one of those things, guys. So do your own research, make sure to check out everything you can before you do it all. But yeah, guys, look, that's obviously to give you just a rough idea. It goes up again to about that, you know, sort of 2,000 mark now. So it reaches another, what, 200 people within the space, which isn't too bad. And then we slowly get out there, and I go to check my MetaMask to see if it actually has been purchased or not. And after a quick refresh, it is finally in my wallet. And that is just a little short video, guys, of me minting the actual NFT of Vault of the Gems. I hope you guys like that one. Guys, so you guys can see I ended up minting one of the Vault of Gems. Was I happy about this? I definitely was, because I ended up getting an NFT that I actually wanted. But at this stage, I'm going to give you guys an idea, a review about how everything was in the process at the end of it all, and if it is going to be worth it or not. So at the time of this video, guys, you guys are watching this as I'm uploading this on the same day that I'm uploading it. The current price on OpenSea, so obviously there are a couple of things that are already out there and items ready to be purchased on OpenSea. It's currently sitting at a floor price of 0.06 ETH at the moment. So considering obviously the purchase price of it was 0.08 ETH plus gas, it's currently sitting at 0.06, so it is a bit of on the downside at the moment. But again, guys, we don't know what's obviously happening with this project just yet. And to give you guys an idea on the minting side of things, how I was telling you guys in the beginning of the video, there was a minting amount of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is basically 12,345. Out of all of those, they have only minted 4,000 or so out of that 12,000 mark. So only 4,000 of them out of that 12,000 mark. So do keep in mind, guys, at the time you guys are seeing this video, the official mint launch was probably done a couple of days before this. Don't obviously take that as a bad thing. Just because obviously a mint doesn't obviously sell out completely, doesn't exactly mean it's going to be a complete bad thing. You never know what's going to happen in the community. Things can definitely change throughout time. And obviously, again, they haven't even uploaded and shown what gems that people do currently have at the moment. So who knows at this current stage. If you want to get in on the project, guys, definitely have a look on OpenSea. They are at 0.06, which is less than the actual minting price itself. So it might be worth your while having a look doing it that way. But to give you guys an idea, so you might be thinking, you know, a couple of red flags, guys, what's sort of going on? So we obviously want to find out exactly, is this going to be a rug pull, or is this actually going to be a project that's going to be lasting for a little while? So to give you guys an idea, usually sometimes when it comes to projects that aren't doing really, really well, the community starts to dip off and it starts to slow down, and a lot of people stop talking about it, and it pretty much goes into this FUD sort of, you know, marketplace. So I've had a look at the Discord. I've gone through and have seen and had a chat with a couple of people there. It's still sort of active, the community so far in the last couple of days. You're still always going to have, no matter what community you guys join, you're always going to have those who stick by the community and those who will absolutely roast the community. So there has been a couple of people, basically saying, I see this project in the long term, it's going to the moon, stuff like that. And then you've got people out here basically saying, this is a rug pull, this is a completely waste of money, get out while you can. And sometimes it can even be other projects and from other NFTs basically roasting back to these projects saying that our project is better. So you're always going to have this as well, guys. You make sure to do your due diligence. There's going to be a lot of research that needs to be made before you go into an NFT. But the main reason why you should be going to an NFT is because you actually like it. That's going to be the main focus by doing this as well, guys. So look, to give you guys sort of an idea of my review so far, guys, look, I can't obviously give you guys 100% what's going on at this current moment. I don't know if it's going to be good or bad, but looking at everything so far within the numbers, it's not looking so great. So one, having a huge, obviously, community within the Discord, 30,000 plus members, but then obviously having quite a large mint amount of items being for sale, so having 12,000 plus opposed to the normal 10,000, which again, having that number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it doesn't show really much about from my side of things, right? It doesn't show a lot of professionalism in that. It just shows that they've just put at whatever price, just like a Facebook marketplace ad, right? You don't know what the price at your item, so you put it at whatever else it is. Again, might be another tactic around that as well. And again, the minting side of things as well, guys. After 2 or 3 days so far, it's been only 4,000 out of the 12,000 have actually been minted. So of a community of 30,000 people, only 4,000 of them out of the 12,000 were minted. So that's about 30% of the mints sold, which basically means that this community either has doubled up in some of those values or there's something that they know that we don't as well, to give you guys an idea. So those were a couple of red flags in obviously determining if this was a rug pull or not, guys. But look, the actual owner of the account and the mod, Vault Keeper, has obviously given us updates basically saying, don't listen to the haters, watch what's coming up in the future. There's going to be a lot of different things happening as well. People are going to be talking about this community no matter what. So stay tuned and watching, guys. There's going to be more to it. So again, guys, have a look at the roadmap. Sometimes that can give you an idea of where they're sort of sitting at. So with this one in particular, it's obviously trying to follow it as much as it can, but it's going to have some pullbacks at some point as well, guys. So one thing from Vault Keeper that I did like though about this community so far, he had someone basically talking about them on their Twitter page, and basically talking FUD and basically talking down about the actual community that he's created. Basically they went into a conversation basically saying, look, let's have a chat, let's go on a call, and basically the outcome became where the Vault Keeper basically actually turned everything around. He basically made the person delete their posts, delete all the Twitter posts as well. Basically, wanting to remove their account about them exploiting them and explaining, defamation of, the vault of gems, basically. So that sort of gives you an idea of, what people are sort of looking at, and him obviously defending the community as he can. So that is something that you might even want to have a look at as well, guys. But that is my review, guys, so far of the Vault of Gems NFT, guys. If you guys obviously, thinking otherwise or know a little bit more about it, definitely let me know in the comments below as well, guys. I'd love to know you guys' feedback as well. At this stage, I'm gonna keep my NFT so far. We'll see what happens as well. Obviously, good to have something in the long term as well, guys. But if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like, guys. My name is Mike from Mike's Money Moves. We like to talk about making money and about saving money. If you guys have an NFT project that you want to have a look at, that you can't be bothered doing the research and you want to have a look at it, let's do it together. Let me know in the comments below, guys. I'll make sure to screenshot it, send it up, and we'll do some research together. But until then, guys, I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.